Hi everybody, welcome and thank you for joining us today on World Love for Dolphins Day. My name is Tamara Arenovich. I'm social media coordinator for Sea Shepherd Toronto. I'm also a Cove Guardian. Last autumn, I spent a month in the Cove in Taiji, Japan, on the front lines working alongside Captain Jesse Treverton. During that time, I saw the most horrendous scenes of abuse that I've ever seen in my life. I returned to Japan in January of this year, but was denied entry into the country. I was detained, searched and questioned. I was held in a small cell for 24 hours, denied food and cut off from the rest of the world. Why is this? I didn't commit any crimes. I didn't break any laws. But what I did do is draw international attention to the atrocities that are happening in Taiji, Japan. Japan desperately does not want the world to know about what is happening in Taiji. It is a deep source of shame, and they're right to be ashamed of this. Every year, for 6 months out of the year, 12 boats go out every morning in search of migrating pods of cetaceans. These are dolphins, pilot whales, false killer whales. These are multi-generational families that are doing nothing other than swimming through the ocean because that's what dolphins do. These dolphins don't belong to Taiji. They don't belong to Japan. They belong to the oceans. But these greedy, cowardly men cannot resist the big payday, and they force these families into the shores of Japan. These terrified families fight for their lives, but once they're netted off in the cove, there's really nothing that they can do. At this point, they meet one of two fates. Most of the dolphins are slaughtered in the most savage, inhumane manner imaginable. If you've seen the cove, you know what I'm talking about. The waters run red with the blood of these slaughtered dolphins. There is nothing humane about the killing methods. There is nothing kind or quick or ethical about what happens in that cove. I've seen it firsthand. I've stood there. I've heard their screams. I've heard them thrash as they fight for their lives. I've smelled the death in the air. And the killers? These ghouls laugh while they're killing entire families of dolphins. They laugh and they run over them with their boat propellers, slashing into their flesh. Divers go into the water and tie nooses around the tails of these dolphins so that they can string them up to the boats and turn them upside down so that they drown in their own blood. Babies die. They drown in the blood of their mothers. Some dolphins are in such anguish and agony that they've actually vomited up their own intestines. There is nothing humane about this. Some dolphins at this point are pleading for death. They actually hurl themselves onto the rocks to end it once and for all. And these ghouls won't even allow them the dignity of a quick death. They throw them back into the bloody waters below so that they can die amid the bodies of their dead and dying kin. This is Taiji, and this is what Japan does not want the world to know about. These dolphins are the lucky ones, because the ones that aren't killed get to witness the murder of their entire families before they're pushed into tiny square sea pens just meters away from where their families were massacred. And there they'll spend days, weeks, months, however long it takes until a buyer comes along to buy them and sell them into a life of slavery for the captivity industry. These are the dolphins that you see in the Swim with Dolphin programs all around the world. These are the dolphins that are forced to perform degrading tricks in dolphinariums and dolphin shows. These are the dolphins that you see in people's Facebook photos when they're taking a smiling selfie with a captive dolphin. This is Taiji, Japan. This is what Japan does not want you to know about. So we're here today to tell people exactly what is going on in Japan. We're here to raise our voices for the countless victims of Japan. All of the innocent lives lost senselessly out of greed. This is not about tradition. This is not about culture. This is about greed. There is no money to be made in killing dolphins. Nobody wants to eat a dolphin. And even if you did want to eat a dolphin, our oceans are so badly polluted that their meat is toxic. It is heavily laden with mercury and other heavy metals. There's no money to be made in slaughtering these dolphins. Yet a single captive dolphin can sell for upwards of $250,000. This is about greed. This is about captivity. This is disgraceful. This is not culture, and this is not Japan.